Bone fragments are actually my biggest bugbear in this game. These are what you use to craft the red tools that you'll be using to help you out in combat. On the one hand, shards are something that pretty much all enemies drop, so it is nice when they're not dropping rosaries that you get a little something from them. But on the other hand, tool use is already limited. Each tool has a maximum number of uses you can use it before you have to rest and recraft your tools, and I really don't see a point to putting a double limiter on using those tools. The tools are great, and they could honestly make a lot of the game's initial difficulty and difficulty all the way through a lot more easy to deal with by just helping you kill enemies faster, but making them a consumable limited resource puts in your mind that this is for emergency use only, and it's hard to make that jump to start actually using the tools. But then once you do start using the tools, and even though it seems like you can carry a lot of the bone shards, you can whip through them pretty quickly. If you go through your tools and spend even a handful of attempts on a boss, you can quite easily just deplete your entire supply. Then you have to weigh things. Oh, should I save all my tools for phase 2? Oh, should I not bother using them if this fight gets off to a bad start? And it's really not a fun decision to have to make. And the whole time I was fighting bosses and wanting to use my tools, I had this cloud hanging over me being like, if you waste all your tools, you'll have to go farm, and farming is bullshit. And the thing that kills me is that there are areas in Act 3 where you don't have to refill your tools. These places work like the dream fights in Hollow Knight, so when you die, you just respawn at the entrance, you haven't lost your rosaries, you haven't lost your silk, you don't need to pay bone shards to refill your tools. So even though these Act 3 areas were much more mechanically complex, they were actually more difficult, I found them so much less frustrating because I was just able to use my tools as I wanted, without having the worry that I'd need to go out and farm if it took me too many attempts or I used my tools too often. These Act 3 areas just worked so well and were so much less frustrating that it really makes me question why you needed these bone shards in the first place.